Hi everybody, it's Stephanie. Well, thank you for clicking on this video on my YouTube channel, B2B Collections and Credit. This channel focuses on collecting money on invoices sent from one business to another and establishing and maintaining credit lines for businesses. Today's collections video on April 23rd, 2021 covers 4 possible reasons not brought up by business customers on why they are delaying payment or not making a payment on an invoice. Usually the reasons are because of disputes with billing, cash application, service, contract clarification, tax exemption, returned items, discussions with sales, etc. As collectors, be sure to call your customers with probing questions to get the scoop, or the 411 on why the invoices are not paid. Here are 4 possible reasons the customer may not bring up unless specifically asked. Number 1, the customer is waiting for credits on invoices. Number 2, the customer is waiting for a call. Number 3, once in a while, the customer is waiting for an apology. Number 4, the customer may be waiting for other invoices to reconcile. For number 1, in this scenario, the customer was told there would be credits on invoices or 1 credit on 1 invoice in a batch of invoices, and they are waiting for updated invoices, or they are waiting for written proof of credit, like an email of the dollar amount to be credited. This is separate from invoices that are not reconciled with payment. Number 2, the customer is waiting for a call. Sometimes it happens that an invoice approver at the customer was told that someone at your company would call them to answer their questions about billing, service, or something else, and no one called. Sometimes in these cases, that's when the customer sends a handwritten note on one of their invoices. I have received these. For me, they took precedence. These handwritten notes oftentimes showed strong emotion, with large writing in capital letters, and written with such force that it caused an indentation on the back of the paper. All it takes, usually, from you, the collector, is a call to the customer to ask probing questions, and then they will tell you that they are waiting for a particular person to call them back who said they would call them back. For scenario 3, sometimes the customer is waiting for an apology. This happened at my first collections job, a job I have mentioned on previous videos. Anyway, after talking with accounts payable at the corporate office of a large transportation company, which is unusual in itself because many companies in the transportation field are not large, I kept getting referred to a smaller and smaller office. Finally, after talking to various offices in various states, I ended up talking to a 30-year employee at a 5-person office in a small town in Wisconsin. Everyone at the different locations seemed to know who he was. Anyway, this older man, who had the authority to approve a particular invoice, said that there had been a lot of problems with it. All I said was something like, "I'm sorry that happened and it shouldn't have, but the invoice needs to be paid." Right after that, he said he had been waiting for someone to say they're sorry. Then he said he'll approve the invoice and a check will be sent. I couldn't believe how quickly the check arrived. It was like in a couple days, and it covered many other invoices as well in a batch that had been held up because of that one unapproved invoice. In the 4th scenario, the customer is waiting for reconciliation on unrelated invoices or previously paid invoices before making a payment on current invoices. Sometimes it's to make sure the current invoices are still due and have not been partially paid, or have credit memos that were inadvertently applied to other invoices. However, this may also be used as a delay tactic. Either way, it is a great idea to have all the invoices reconciled with their correct and intended payments and credit, and have your records and the customer's records matching anyway. Well, that concludes this video on 4 possible reasons invoices have not been paid that the customer may not bring up unless asked through probing questions. As a recap, they are: 1, the customer is waiting for credits on invoices. 2, the customer is waiting for a call. 3, once in a while the customer is waiting for an apology. And 4, the customer may be waiting for other invoices to reconcile first. Be sure to call your customer to find out the scoop. The answer should be revealed pretty quickly. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and informative. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I appreciate all of it. My name is Stephanie from B2B Collections and Credit. Thank you again for watching, and keep on collecting.